No justice. No justice.
Have you ever driven a nice car through London or going from London to Brighton? How many times you will get stopped
Yeah,
for no reason?
I feel you. All right, look. Last man, I'm here with KADIATA. What you saying, KADIATA? How you feeling?
Feeling good, man. You get me positive, unity, solidarity, all of that stuff. You get me?
What's your thoughts on what's going on currently, especially being in the music industry? Have you experienced any racism or racial profiling or etc.?
You know what? I can't say no, but I feel like the kind of mindset that I have, doesn't really allow that to hold me down. You get me? So I'm always trying to make the best out of whatever situation I'm in. But I would say that there is a lot of that stuff going on from other people that I've heard it from. So
Have you been through anything outside of the music industry, like just growing up and stuff?
yeah, of course, man. Of course, but this is London, fam. I mean, it was old London, innit? Yeah. Obviously, new London. Get me? It's like more than 50% is now of ethnic minority or whatever. But yeah, of course, like growing up, man would hear that all the time. You get me? And every now and again, you still hear it. But now that we're adults, we can bang someone in their face. You feel me?
What we want justice. What we want it now. What we want justice. What we want it now. What we want justice. What we want it now. We are human beings. Everyone deserves the same chance as the right. Exactly.
Energies, emotions, everything is just flowing right now. We've seen people give amazing speeches. We've seen John Boyega come out. My boyfriend Mike came out, and Black Lives Matter means it's so important to all of us because we've all been affected in a every way, shape, and form, from normal people to celebrities. So I came out to just say that I am no one. Even though I have a platform, I'm no one, and I'm going to come out and I'm going to stand up for my black brothers and sisters. I'm going to stand up for our lives because our lives hold so much value, and this is so important that we're just in this together, and it's just beautiful, man. It's beautiful to see all of this.
Being in the industry you're in, I feel like you might have experienced or gone through any sort a sort of racism or racial profiling. What's been your experiences, and if you can just talk to the audience about it?
I mean, even before Love Island, I've had racial profiling just from the modeling industry, but in mainstream, it's done it's done differently. It's a whole different level, and they do it in the most discreet way form possible, where they just put you in the right places so they hit quotas, so that they hit their token, but you're not really valued. You're just used. They just use us, really.
What are you going to do after this, just to obviously continue the movement, continue teaching people about Black Lives Matter and just showing people what's going on in the world?
Continue to use my voice, continue to use my platform. I mean, everything I do, I try to embrace black culture, embrace black love. Like when I was on Love Island, I wanted to show them that black is beautiful and our energy is beautiful. So I just try my best, and I'll continue to educate.
I hear Black Lives Matter here with Afro B. How you feeling about what's going on in the world today, and what are you saying?
Yeah, man, like, it's meant to happen, man. Like, 400 years, come on. Like, this is the time for change, man. We've been doing the peaceful thing for too long. Now, when we actually take it up a level, that's when we get more publicity and more awareness. Now, everyone globally is doing it, and you can't ignore it this time, man. This has to happen right now.
Have you experienced or been through any racism or racial profiling, even in the music industry?
100%, man. Look at me, fam. I got a beard. Every time I travel, extra searching. I've been stopped and searched hella times. Questions, what are you doing here? Why are you flying to this country? Even though I'm going there to perform. Come on, man. It happens all the time, but...
What are you going to do after this, obviously, just to help, like, teach your fans or just teach anyone about what's going on and how they can help? Are you going to take part in any, like, fundraisers, any like, social charities just to help with the Black Lives Matter movement?
No, I've been doing this even before this whole movement. So the music the music itself is connecting people back to the diaspora, back to the motherland. Yeah, the music's connecting the diaspora back to the motherland. So through the music is how I'm connecting people. I'm also encouraging people to stay educated and learn the culture, learn our heritage, because people don't really understand the magnitude as well. That's why they're taking it lightly. Like once you read deeply, yeah, you know, like we've been violated on a mad thing. Yeah, so there needs to be change now. People start educating yourself, and each one teach one, innit? What you know, pass it on, and be ready to learn as well. Like bare people are like, they're in their own world. They're not deep in like what's going on. But this is definitely waking people up. I know people are shocked. There's not only black people marching right now, there's other people. Obviously, there might be some opportunities doing it for clout, but the fact that they're here and they're experiencing what we experience, like, just for like the march or whatever. Even in America, you're seeing white people and that getting beaten up. That's what we fear on a day-to-day basis. So now that you feel it, that's how we feel. And when one person passes away, we all feel it. It's a knock-on effect. When George went, I was hurt for the whole week. I couldn't even, you get me? I felt it here, like, again, even during Corona. We're getting killed during Corona, you know. So in the pandemic, we're still getting deaded off, you know. It's crazy. There needs to be a vaccine for both that and the flipping racism that's been going on. So, yeah, man.
KASIAN, Kelvin Crash. What's your thoughts on what's going on in the world right now, KASIAN?
Disgraceful. Like, enough is enough, innit? Enough is enough.
Yourself, have you been through any like racism or racial profiling inside or outside the music industry?
Both, really. Do you know what I'm saying? More on the outside. Yeah. Just normal daily life. Being in school, I went to A-levels where there was a lot of white people and they were of a certain class and they say certain things that we have to put them in check for. Yeah. You know, the underlying thing is education. Once we teach more people and let more people not be so scared to watch them type of films and read those type of books, then they'll understand the pain more.
What are you going to do after, obviously, today to help support or just help teach people and give people knowledge?
You know, I keep putting like films and books and stuff that my mum's read and I've read and whatever, and I see online that will be good. I'll put that online to let people see. My message really throughout this whole thing is to just educate yourself. Like, all white people out there that aren't also sure why Black Lives Matter right now and there's no All Lives Matter thing, you should educate yourself on it.
What's your thoughts on the current situation? Obviously, being an elder brother as well, you've definitely gone through and experienced certain things.
Oh, well, yeah. I've seen all kinds of things. Some milder than others, but no one can witness what we're seeing, and we've seen it over the decades, time and time again. You look at pictures even before your time when you're conscious, like in the 50s, groups of people taking a party picture with two black people strung up in a tree.
Yeah, it's wild.
That's not that long ago. It's not that long ago. And somehow America's got this thing in its system. Despite the laws and stuff, they've got to do a lot of changing. A lot of changing. It will take changing how America is constructed.
What about the UK though? Because the UK in a sense,
Part of it. They've been all part of that that continuum of slavery, colonization, demonization, bestialization of the black race. It's all there. It's all complicit, and it was all to do with money, with the economy, and it will take beginning to unthink how you run your economy, and what Americans are used to, what Britons are used to, about their position of privilege, their wealth. I don't know who's to know what the answer is, what the solution is. It's too deep a problem. But in a funny way, the simple thing is to look at your fellow man, woman, and see yourself. You're able to do that. It's simple.
Facts. Thank you. I'm happy you said that, my brother. We're gonna run to the front.
Check it. The Donalds, Big Jimmy Jones from the jailhouse. You know what I'm saying? I'm checking in right now. I just want to say, we've had a peaceful protest. The people out here getting their voices heard. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of oppression that goes on in the world. And my main problem is that a lot of people want to do this for a trend. Maybe they're online talking on the social medias. But this is the real people. These are the people that are talking to everyone. Do you know what I'm saying? We're looking for peace. We're looking for justice.
Black lives matter! 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 Black lives matter!
What's his name?
George Floyd!
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 Nubian queens. That's how you say it. Nubian and that. The Nubian and that. You know what I'm saying? The Nubian queens. Come on. So what's brought you to the protest?
What? Go away.
What's brought you to the protest?
I can't talk on
Yeah, come on, let me hear it.
police brutality. That's what did.
Police
The colour of
brutality.
my skin, that's what brought me here.
That's what I'm saying.
The texture of my hair. That's what brought me here.
So what do you want? What do you want?
We want justice. We
What's
want
up?
equality.
Okay, cool.
We want equal rights for black people. That's what we want.
Okay, cool. So do you know about a lady named Belly Munjenga, was it? Mujinga, yeah? Belly Mujinga. She was killed by someone, right? Someone spat on her, gave her coronavirus, and she died, and no charge was given for that. So what are you lot saying about that? How come we're not speaking about that here in the UK?
We are talking about it, and they need to release the CCTV footage that was taken in the station, because we never have that.
That's what I'm saying. Do you know what I'm saying? So the people are out here fighting for all kinds of oppression, all kinds of injustice that's going on right here in the UK.
All around the sea.
Yeah. Hey, I'm coming back. 2 seconds. Brother, can I get you in a interview about what's going on? You're hungry. He's hungry. He's hungry. He's hungry. He's hungry. I want to know, brother. Let me ask you something, right? What's brought you here? What's made you leave your house and come here?
I wanted to show my love for black people as I am a young black man trying to strive in the world.
Okay.
And I wanted to, I love unity. I love to love people. So.
Oh, social distance.
Oh, social distance.
Yeah,
social distance. Oh yeah, no. Like I'm still to learn about my culture as well. So even coming here has taught me so much, man. But
where you from? Where you from?
I'm from Peckham.
No backgrounds like
Jamaica and Guyana.
Okay. And you see, okay, cool. You see with the Caribbeans, for example, right?
Yeah.
You know, a lot of them, they came off the slave ships that they were being taken some from wrongfully from their lands and taken to somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And this happens here in the UK, where you find a certain man, that Jamaican or the Caribbean, they hate on the Africans, but we're all the same color. Do you know what I'm saying? Those are problems that are within our own community. Do you know what I'm saying? And how do you think man can change that sort of mentality and the way the man are thinking to obviously better ourselves?
I think to better ourselves, we just have to come together, you get me, bring unity back, and also just keep fighting for a better cause, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, everyone's hurt, so everyone's got to come together.
For Donald Trump to come out on the White House to hold the Bible up against this church, the church is taking the mick.
Yeah.
Because he said he's going to call the military out.
What up, boy?
You're going to call the military out on your own people.
Yeah.
You're supposed to have the military to go to war.
Of course.
Why are you sending the military out on your own people?
You know what? When this happens in African countries, you know what I'm saying? Myself, I'm from Zimbabwe, so when Robert Mugabe was doing that, there was a lot of outcry, and you know they were looking to dethrone him, and rightfully so, because of some of the things that he done when he was in power weren't right, and they were oppressing the people. But however, when we look at the situation in America, I say you have to look at the capitalist system, which is helping the rich and obviously not helping the poor. So what you find in America is that people that are on a standard wage, right? And the CEOs are seeing like millions and whatnot, yeah? It's going to take you 10, 20 years to make what he made in a year. Do you know what I'm saying? And what they do is obviously they're good at refocusing the pointers and the focus and making people distracted and saying, yo, look at the migrants, look at the Mexicans, look at what the blacks are doing, look at this. Do you know what I'm saying? But these things are created out of the capitalist system. Because if we had a fairer system, yeah, people would be more indulged and more involved within these whole human rights issues. Do you not agree with that?
Yeah, no. Yeah, I do agree, but it's just when it comes to all this money and property stuff, they're building up rich apartments for people not to live in it, but yet people are homeless. So technically, they're pushing the poor out and making them rich. So
gentrification you're talking about there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So either way, whenever you come down to it, you're making money, but whenever it comes to a black man making money, it's always a criminal thing.
Yeah.
When it comes to a white guy making money, it's always the business people in suits.
Of course.
And when you try to talk against it, they don't like it because they know they're right, but they don't want, they're trying to prove it other ways. So when it comes to being black in the country, whether you're mixed or Asian, you're still one. But yeah, you've got people out there killing each other, but the difference is this is what they want. They want you to kill each other.
I feel that the violence within the black community needs to be stopped. This black on black violence, what's going on, brother? You all right? This black on black violence is one of the things that they're using as a tool to divide us, and we need to come together and sort of just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All the black on black violence don't make sense because at the end of the day, this is what they want. They want you to do this.
Yeah,
so for them to have all these riots in America, they've made us do it.
Yeah, of course. Antifa is one of the biggest causes for this thing. Yeah. You have anything to say about the cause?
Nah, it's racist. I don't like racism.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the racism stuff, you're going to get some people doing it, but the difference is they weren't raised like that. This is how they've matured. This is how they've come out because they followed it on TV. No person's born racist. The fact is, when you're seeing it around you, it automatically comes out that way. So regardless how you see it, there's going to be racists around you, whether we're alive or dead. But the difference is, us killing each other, it's not going to make a difference because this is what they want. They want more power.
Sitting on the ground, a black screen is going to make the maddest of change. What that's just doing is feeding into some of their systems. And we've been awfully silent for a very long time. And I'm not saying that people should go out and start rioting and doing the maddest of things. But we have to start affecting them financially for us to start being heard. And that's where I'm going to leave it at. And I thank you very much for having me. I am next. Thank you.
Anyone who's been watching this, thank you for watching the video. It's not just about the video, it's all about taking action. So any charities, anything you can do to help and support this movement, do what you need to do. You don't need to post it for clout. As long as you're doing it and you're conscious about your actions, that's all that matters. Do you get what I mean? But anyone who's watching again, thank you. And yeah, man, Black Lives Matter.